Deputy President Paul Mashatile has arrived at the Nyandeni Great Place in Libode in the Eastern Cape. His visit to the area is aimed at creating a platform for government and other relevant entities to work together to address challenges of service delivery in the area. They will also discuss matters of investment initiatives aimed at enhancing social-economic development. SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude has more for us.
We are at Nyandeni Palace, where the Deputy President is here meeting with other deputy ministers as well as community. Right now, he is at a stakeholder engagement session where there are also other ministers, including Minister of Land Affairs, Mr. Nyandeni, as well as small businesses, Ms. Stella Nyandeni Abrahams. But now we are joined by the Deputy Minister of Stakeholder, Mr. Benz Ngamashe. Thank you very much for your time. We don't want to keep you. The OR Tambo is is counted amongst the poorest districts in the province. What more can government do in relation to the issue of service delivery?
Well, first of all, let's put the record straight that His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, is visiting His Majesty, King Damasse Damasse, as part of his program as mandated by His Excellency the President to handle matters of traditional and Khoisan leadership, especially at the level of our kings. So today, Deputy President is here visiting His Majesty, and in the course of visiting His Majesty, he will be interacting with a number of different stakeholders. He's also accompanied by a number of ministers. Minister Mandashe, Minister Nyonzo, Minister in the Presidency, Minister of the Small Business, Deputy Ministers of Police, women, and so on. So, and as well as the acting Premier and a significant contingent of MECs from the province. We also have mayors of the local municipalities, and I understand even the district is here because the President of the Republic of South Africa has directed all of us to work within a system that he terms the district development model, so that a government can work in a very coherent system, not work in silos, because we are one sovereign government with different spheres of government. And when those spheres of government work within the context of cooperative governance and intergovernmental relations, it makes the work of government much more easier, and the impact becomes more effective, especially in terms of service delivery. That's why we are meeting here with stakeholders, and after the stakeholders, His Excellency, the Deputy President, will be meeting a broader community meeting to interact, because it is part of this government to make sure that from time to time government takes time to interact and engage with community members. That's why even last week the President launched the first step towards the national dialogue, because it's important to make sure that as government we respond in accordance with what our people expect of us to do. So it's government at work.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of government taking long to address matters that include community, especially service delivery. Yesterday there was a community protest at Qunu, the birthplace of Utata Nelson Mandela, with residents complaining about not having water provision for the past more than 10 years for that matter. And it's good that you mentioned that sometimes government does take long to address those matters. Now, are we able to see, maybe, can we hope to see a change in what you just mentioned?
No, I want to assure you, Ngosi Povlengwe Mtikaka, fortunately, I did attend one of the protest areas there with Ngosi Mtikaka, with Ngosi Palizulu, the MMC, Nyandeni, and the councillor. They were there, and we have agreed that Today, they will get a slot to have an interaction with the Deputy President after the discussion we had with the DP already yesterday. So we will see change because, as I say to you, we have a system now called a DDM because all of us, we have to work together. You know, municipalities, they have certain functions that are beyond their scope of operation. You'll find that, take for instance the issue of water. To the extent that they have to reticulate water, it is within their function. But when it comes to the provision of bulk water, it's a national function. That's why now you've got to have all the spheres of government working together. So the DP will also be responding to those issues because he will make time to meet with that delegation. And that delegation will be reporting back to the community. Well, that's what we agreed yesterday.
Let us leave it there. Deputy Minister of COGTA, Prince Benz Nxamashe, saying that we are likely to see change in terms of making sure that communities get a swift action when it comes to matters of service delivery. He is going back to the session that is taking place inside